Nicole Golson, who's part of the animal rescue community, says the outside investigation into the city of Owasso's animal shelter is a step in the right direction.
I'm really big into animal rescue, and so this has been a big concern of mine for quite a while.
Nicole was one of many who spoke at an Owasso City Council meeting in June. She wants more animals to be saved and have the chance to be adopted. She wants stronger partnerships with rescues. Plus, she wants more transparency.
Both animals in our city and the citizens who care for them deserve better. This is not just about statistics. It's about compassion, responsibility, and community values.
By the end of June, the city of Owasso announced that they hired a third-party attorney to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the shelter. I went to the city council's work session in early July. The city manager, Chris Garrett, said the investigation would look into the shelter's live release rate, social media, allegations of crime and failure to follow policy, documentation and reporting, and customer service. The shelter's website lists the shelter as not a no-kill. Nicole says she requested these documents to find out what happens to the animals after they're brought to the shelter.
We're looking over here on the disposition method. It talks about like whether they're adopted, if they're euthanized, if they were sent to a rescue. All of that's here.
The documents show animal control took in 346 animals in 2023 and 394 last year. The document shows that last year, shelter workers euthanized 144 animals. The reasons listed: health, temperament, space, and some don't list a reason. 250 animals left the shelter alive. That makes the live release rate about 63%, a number Nicole says needs to increase. The city sent me this document to explain. It says shelter workers use a drop-down menu summarizing the outcome, and that won't capture every detail. It also says animal control officers can add notes to provide additional context. Nicole says the notes feature needs to be used more often.
They can put the notes. So like on rescued, they can list what rescue that animal was sent to if that was the case. If it was adopted out, then, yes, you can put adopted. I guess you don't necessarily need to put the person's name who adopted it, but there are spaces for that. So if you euthanized for a medical purpose, what was the medical reason for that? If you euthanized for space, why was that?
Another category that caught Nicole's eye, this one called citizen to owner return.
Those are the ones that the city claims that the citizens find, and because of our city ordinance, they are required to report that to the animal shelter. So when they do that, the animal shelter then asks them the description of the dog, information about the dog, and then they add that to their list. So those numbers of these dogs have never even entered the shelter, but yet they're being added into the live release rate.
The city says workers enter those into the system to track the location and welfare of the animal. And there's no intent to inflate the numbers. It's simply a tracking category to show activity. What do you hope will come out of a third-party investigation?
To see this meaningful change and the change that needs to happen, we need to get new leadership in there. We also can't expect these same individuals to go in and, start just out of nowhere, change their way.